Stanford and Sons, it's a family club, except for the strong profanity, booze and the nudity, guns and the drugs. But other than that, it's a family club, founded by the father, taken over by the son with his brother. Now they hate each other's guts. Think about it.
Hi, my name is Craig Glazier. My family and I own and operate Stanford'S, which is this really cool nightclub in Kansas City. Well, it's not just a nightclub, it's a restaurant, a dance club, and a famous comedy club. And like I said, we've been here almost 30 years. My dad, Stan, and I, that's how we got the name, opened the place when I was 19. Lots happened since then. I moved to LA back in the 80s, sold my life story as a movie. My brothers went to state prison, lined up in federal prison for 4.5 years. That's just the beginning. This is the famous comedy club. The room we're in right now is one of the 2 or 3 oldest rooms in America that do comedy. I handle the promotions and the booking of the celebrities. This is a 24/7 job. Look at you. You look like you just woke up.
You get me up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do these baloney radio shows.
They're not baloney. They're big hits.
I know, you're right. It's a good crowd tonight.
In the studio with us right now, Mr. Paul Provenza, man. How are you, Paul?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
How are you doing, brother?
I'm happy to be woken up at 7 in the morning by Craig Glazier. Knocks on the door.
Vinny, Tony, bust them up.
Craig does an excellent job of promoting the club. He books all the talent here. He keeps Stanford's in the limelight.
How's it going, everybody? You drinking? There you go. That's what Kansas City's all about. This is a drinking town, man. And it's a great drinking town. This town is built for drinking because you got Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. Even if you get drunk and lost, you're home. That's the way I see it.
Craig's smart, but you know, like everybody's got his own, voodoo spirits.
You're always in some kind of mischief. Minor things, breaking windows, blowing up a garage, whatever. Federal indictment for money laundering, aggravated assault, possession of a deadly firearm. 1972, I was arrested for smuggling marijuana, 4.5 years in prison on 7 years. A cocaine conspiracy. Every police officer in the city surrounded the house. I'm in the halfway house. And soon to be on house arrest for 3 years probation.
One time, he got in a problem in California. I went out there loaded with 25,000 in my pocket, try to get him out.
Grandpa Benny, I don't know what you could say he does. He gets here like 4 hours before he should, and then he goes in and counts the money and loses part of it, and then we spend half the day trying to retrieve what he screwed up.
About all of them are up there.
What?
The cook come to me.
About what?
There was 6 steaks last night. Yeah. They sold one. Sold 1 steak. There was 5 left. 4 of them is gone. Somebody's got a key to the goddamn, they're locked up. It's a goddamn shame to have a bunch of people there and had working and their goddamn steaks being stolen. Here's where they took them out of right here. There were 6 steaks there. They stole 1, they had 5 steaks left. One of them they left and took 4. You guys might think that's all a joke, partner. It ain't no goddamn joke.
I love stand-up, and I love doing it here, and I'll keep doing it here as long as they keep booking me, and their checks don't bounce.
I get driven nuts. My phone rings constantly. There's a problem every second. The limo driver didn't show up. The comedian's suite is not big enough for him. The urban acts don't like anything. The gym's not right.
I don't give a goddamn if somebody that works there stole them steaks.
And Grandpa Benny's screaming.
That's the most disgraceful pair of pants to wear, Craig, that I ever saw in my life for a businessman.
Well, I don't see what's wrong.
God damn it, Craig, you must be hard-headed. You won't understand. They're all wrinkled to hell in the back. They're creased in your goddamn ass like this here. What the hell's the matter with you?
My brother Jeff is more involved with the day-to-day nuts and bolts of the business.
You can't fit the TV in the back seat of your car.
Why?
You're gonna put that in your car?
If you want to get it out there, you can put it in the back seat of my car.
It won't fit. One time you put a pony in the back seat.
Well, that's right too.
How did
Then I
you
can
do
put
that?
that in the back seat of my car.
How did you get a pony in the back seat?
Just open the door, showed him how to get in.
You showed the pony?
Yeah.
You didn't
Gave him a
take-
little boost.
My dad is no longer directly involved. He's more, you know, he's the founder of Stanford's Sons, and either after today he's going to be the mayor of the city or not.
Hello.
Dad?
Craig, I'll talk to you later. I've got people waiting for me.
Their father, I don't give a goddamn if they like it or not. And I tell him if he walked through that door, he was a counterfeit son of a bitch.
He was not a good husband or a good parent. You know, he didn't really get too involved with the kids.
Craig had a habit of no matter when his mother fixed dinner, when we all sat down, before Craig would eat anything, he'd smell it. If it were a steak, if it were green beans, he would bend over and smell the food. And one day, his mother put before him our dinner plates and everything. They had mashed potatoes with gravy. And so Craig bent over to smell it, and I just lost it. And I put my hand on the back of his head, put him all the way down into the mashed potatoes. Hello, I'm Stanford Glazer. Vote for me, and I will try to make all of Kansas City look as beautiful as the Country Club Plaza. Thank you.
Early on, we didn't think anyone was going to run against the mayor. Then Stan showed up, said he was going to.
We didn't know what to pick on first. The arrest, the tax liens, suing his children, you know, on and on and on.
Here's a guy with, you know, a failed businessman and doesn't really have a portfolio much anymore, and he's had lots of problems.
The obvious being and I don't think this is mudslinging, he was arrested
For solicitation of a prostitute in 1996.
He says it was all a joke, that it really wasn't a prostitute, it was just some woman waving at him as he passed by.
I was honest enough to tell people when I started to run for office. I said, listen, I had a personal bankruptcy in 1981. I've had some business failures. I had a lawsuit with my sons. And I've had some, you know, business problems. And I saw the writing on the wall. I couldn't meet my taxes, so I came up with an idea.
You come to me and says, Dad wants to borrow $25,000. Is that right?
One day, I guess Benny decided that he wanted his money back. And
he said, you didn't loan me no money. I said, what do you mean I didn't loan you any money?
And I said, Benny, you signed a note forgiving that.
Huh?
One day, I look out my office window and I see him pull up in front of the comedy club, and he comes in and he's got a pitchfork in his hand.
I said, you're gonna pay me. He said, I don't mean maybe.
I backed up. I said, Benny, I want to tell you something.
I just took that pitchfork and put it right in his face.
I mean, you know, so I said, all right, Benny, I'll pay you $100 a week every week till we get this done. Get out of my office.
That's why I never did like it. Never did.
My dad was a huge womanizer, and I was too, but the big difference is I wasn't married. You know, even though I might be considered kind of a bad guy, I'm not that bad. I got engaged recently to a great girl. You know, I met Connie when I was totally sober.
Started dancing by myself on the dance floor, and soon after that, Craig was behind me, dancing close.
How many times you walk up and tap somebody you think might be hot, and turn around and...
He was working it, and it was suave.
I saw these, you know, what I thought was a very beautiful face. Now, I'm always checking for stuff that could be wrong. You know, there's probably something wrong with her. Great figure.
Soon after that, we just started talking and kissing.
She spent like 3 or 4 nights in a row after that, and I'm not into that. You know, I'm used to them in and out. You know, I'm just not a lot of conversation.
The wedding is September 13th of this year. It's going to be an extravaganza.
I would call 5 or 6 girls on a weeknight, and I'm not bullshitting. I'd say, you know, to myself, whoever shows up first wins.
Yeah. Get a little sparkle there.
She's the love of my life, I'll tell you that.
Love the biscuit.
Yes, she does.
Love the biscuit. You know, I can't think of one particular thing. It was just,
I can.
he was, well, you say the size of your cock? Is that
No,
what
will
you were
you
gonna
stop? You didn't go home for 3 days
I
after
know.
that.
Anyway.
Her eyes became 4 more inches in diameter. She said, at your age, she didn't realize it. It's Viagra, man.
Read that letter you wrote me aloud.
Thank you, Craig, for making me the most happy girl in all this world. I love you, and I will do what it takes to support you and be your #1 gal. I love you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I can't believe, dude.
What?
That somebody's willing to marry your ass is what I can't believe.
Why do you say that?
Have you done everything you want to do before you get married? You ever been,
Still doing it.
You ever been with a black man? I'm just playing. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Because there's still time.
So, are you going to get up with Provenza tonight?
Yeah, if I can.
You want to do a guest set?
Can I do a guest spot?
Yeah.
Is that all right? How y'all doing? Let me start off by saying this. Kansas City is my home. No matter where I go in this country, I tell people this is where I'm from. Even though we got 2 of the shittiest sports teams in all the world right here in KC. Yeah, go Chiefs, go. And take the Royals with you wherever the fuck you going.
We're going on until 9:15. Huh? I got like 12 phone calls to get here at 8:30.
He's been on Letterman, he's been on Leno, he's been on Conan O'Brien, he was on West Wing, and he was a star of Northern Exposure. Please give it up for Mr. Paul Provenza.
Thank you. Oh, I'm in a great mood. Are you in a good mood? I hope so, man. I got some phenomenal news I get to share with you guys tonight. I got a phone call today. I'm going to be starring this fall in a new series on NBC TV. Pretty excited about that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. It's called Touched by an Uncle. This is kind of a reality, feel-good kind of a show. It's a good cast. Michael Jackson's in it. It's Woody Allen's first TV directing job. It's really going to be good, I think.
Stanford'S, Westport.
Yeah, what's your work situation?
I don't know. How much money you got to give me?
Well, call me later. We'll see
Okay.
where we're at.
We'll do.
Right, thanks, Dave.
I don't know why you bothered to take this, because what's funny is this is the best stuff you're ever going to get for a stupid little show, and this sucks. So you can imagine how horrible. Who wants to see this shit? This is worse than home movies, okay? You're sitting there shaking like you're fucking Parkinson's disease with your fucking shitty little Circuit City camera. This ain't happening, all right? Yeah, here's the best thing you'll ever see. Ah.
This doctor that I had, Dr. O'Ryan, has been in my rectum 3 times in the past 25, 30 years.
Been in your what?
Huh?
He's been where?
He's been in my rectum. Look for when Nanny was alive.
In your rear end.
Huh?
In the rear end.
Yeah.